I've been waiting for this for a long time. They are finally here in GA, Managed DevOps Pool for Azure DevOps. They are going to solve so many issues I have faced, and I'm going to talk about it right now. Hi everyone, I'm Lionel, your MCT and MVP. You're watching this video as part of our Azure DevOps playlist. In this series, we dive deep into the features and the tools of Azure DevOps to help you make the most of the platform. I'm making this video because Managed DevOps Pools are a new service in Azure for Azure DevOps. Today, I want to give you an early look and explain how these pools can enhance your DevOps processes. But before we dive in, let me remind you of the three current options for managing your agents in Azure DevOps. First, we have Microsoft hosted agents. So these are fully managed by Microsoft, so you don't have to worry about maintenance, but you are kind of limited to the tools and resources provided in Microsoft's images, and they are also expensive. Next, there are self-hosted agents. These are managed by you, whether in the cloud or on-premises. While you have more control, you also face maintenance challenges, especially with upgrades. And finally, third option, there is a virtual machine scale set, or VMSS. They address the overheads problem by allowing teams to create agent pools based on VMSS with any SKU, image, storage, or network configuration. You can also scale your pools, but you will spend still significant time maintaining and troubleshooting these pools. To address all these issues, we can now rely on Managed DevOps Pools. It combines the flexibility of ScaleSet agents with the ease of maintenance of Microsoft hosted agents. So you have the best of each one. Now let's explore the different benefits available on Managed DevOps Pools. If we talk about setup and management, the first thing is that your agents are completely managed. You can create new pools in minutes and spend minimal time managing them actively. Then you can set up your Managed DevOps Pool to direct network traffic through a proxy, so that's good also for security reasons. And you can also view the IP address of the agent in the initialize job step of your pipeline console in Azure DevOps. So it's useful for scenarios such as investigating failing pipelines due to proxies or firewall routes. You now have the option to move your Managed DevOps Pools to another Azure resource group or to an Azure subscription, so that's pretty convenient. But there is more. For instance, if we talk about customization and flexibility, you can, for instance, create agents using the Microsoft hosted pool images or your custom images. So that offers a lot of flexibility. You can also bring your own Azure virtual network in the configuration, and that's definitely a game changer, in my opinion. And finally, you can also configure your pool to download certificates from Key Vault, so that you don't have to add a task in all our pipelines to download a certificate. Now, if we talk about scalability and efficiency, you can scale up to thousands of agents instead of just hundreds with VMSS. So you can use different kinds of images in the same pool too, and then you can create specific pools with different SKUs for your different environments. Finally, if we talk about FinOps and cost optimization, first thing first is that you can use the same pool across different Azure DevOps organizations. And one more important thing, you are only charged for compute resources and parallelism, so you can expect to cut off at least 50%. So yeah, there are already many features available, but now let's discuss about upcoming features. Some of them may already be GA as you see the video. First thing first, we can expect even better performances for different reasons. Indeed, you will have the possibility of switching from VM to container-based agents, which will significantly reduce warm-up time and speed up pipeline executions. However, you can also expect faster pipelines in upcoming versions. They talk about reduced delays from 30 seconds to 2 minutes, so that's a lot. Now, about cost savings, we can expect great features such as using spot VMs. It will reduce drastically your bills for your interruptible jobs. A new interesting feature will be Managed Data Disk. Indeed, they will be adding support for VM images with a Managed Data Disk associated with it. So this will enable the creation of agents with a pre-populated data disk that could contain your slow changing data. Now, security features too. you will be able to configure your pool to add certificates from your key vault as a trusted root certificate to your agent. And finally, you will be able to configure your managed DevOps pools to emit logs into log analytics. So you can view advanced logs to troubleshoot problems with your pools. Now we can move on to the demo. First, you need to go to your subscription in the Resource Providers menu and check or enable the Microsoft.DevOps Infrastructure Provider. That's the first thing you have to do. Next, search for Managed DevOps Pools in the search bar and click on Create, obviously. Choose the subscription and the resource group that interests you. To operate, the service relies on DevCenter and the DevCenter project. So if you don't know these services, they basically allow Microsoft Azure to deploy your agent in a secure environment with all the settings you specified. My advice would be to create for all of your managed DevOps pools one single DevCenter, and if you have specific needs based on teams or your managed DevOps pools like performance or FinOps considerations, create several DevCenter projects. But from my understanding, you don't need to create a DevCenter per managed DevOps pool. So I will create a DevCenter and a project for demo, and then we can enter our Azure DevOps organization. We define the name of the pool that will appear in Azure DevOps. We specify the region and the maximum number of deployable agents. We choose the size of the agents. I will leave it as default, but you can configure it as needed. Then select the type of disk according to your requirements. And finally, the part that interests us the most, the images used by your agents. These images can be those provided by Azure. You can also check their contents in the associated GitHub repository, or you can choose others from the marketplace or the Azure Compute Gallery. By adding them, you will see aliases on the screen. These aliases can be used in your Azure DevOps pipelines to specify which image to use. And next, you can define the pool's behavior, whether you want to reuse agents multiple times or take a new one each time. You can also set up a pre-provisioning strategy, either by configuring it as off. If we choose manual, we can specify, for instance, the working hours. And if we choose automatic, it will be based on your usage. As you can see, there is a simple slider that lets you prioritize performance over cost. We can move to the networking tab, where you will decide whether to isolate your pool or use an existing virtual network and subnet. You can also add extra storage to your pool if needed. In the security tab, we define which Azure DevOps organizations can use your pool, whether it should be added to all projects, and if you want to enable interactive mode. Just a reminder, interactive mode is a runtime mode where a user can interact directly with a program or system, often used for development, debugging, or learning. Finally, define who will be the administrators of your pool. By default, you can leave it as just the creator. Of course, you can tag your resources as a good practice, and all that's left is to click on Create. Our Managed DevOps pool is now created. If you go to your resource group, you will see the various resources, the DevCenter project, and of course your Managed DevOps pool. You can visit your pool where you will find the menus corresponding to the creation wizard. The pool menu allows you to modify the DevCenter configuration, agent counts, or OS disk type. There are also menus for scaling, network, storage, or identities if you want to connect to other Azure services. If you return to Overview, you will see several charts with metrics for your pool's usage. And if we go to our Azure DevOps organization and check the agent pools, we'll see our Managed DevOps pool. That's it for today. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. And in the meantime, take care, my friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thank you so much for dropping by my channel today. Here are some other videos that may interest you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be informed of the weekly updates. Let's keep growing a fantastic learning community together. My goal is to assist as many people as possible on their cloud and DevOps learning journey. That's it, take care and see you next time.